Hey guys, how are you? It is December 15th, and I just wanted to pop in and talk about combating the Christmas crazies. Has everyone lost their mind yet? It's interesting. I was at the grocery store yesterday and I noticed everyone's a little bit crabby already. And it seems kind of early for me for that, doesn't it to you? Like maybe couple days perhaps. Like most people wait until at least, I don't know, next weekend to get completely nuts. But that's okay. It's always relevant. So when we have a choice to make about buying into stress or not, why do so many people choose to buy into it? Think about it. How often do you hear people saying how stressed out they are this holiday or during the holidays, right? It's almost as if that's a tradition up there with all the rest of it, right? So we hear people saying, I'm stressed out, I can't take it, I am going to bury my thoughts in a bunch of, toffee or whatever. And next thing you know, they do feel stressed out because they decided they were going to be stressed out. And what came first, the chicken or the egg, right? So when we don't see that we have a choice is when we have a lot of angst, right? A lot of people I know see Christmas coming. They're like, oh my God, it's going to be so horrible. And then you know what? Your wish comes true. Totally, right? Next thing you know, you feel stressed out. So this is my offering to you, is we have this learned behavior that Christmas is going to be stressful. The holidays are going to be stressful. That it is kill or be killed at Costco. And everyone else is acting. So I have to act that way too, right? If not, like, they're going to take that last crab leg. And then my family won't be happy. And then the world will be over. Right? That's how it seems. Actually, that's not what's really happening. What's really happening is we all have decided it needs to be really, really stressful because we all decided, probably because our parents told us or acted as though. So everyone decides it's going to be stressful. And you know what? It becomes stressful. When we can decide to do nothing, we can live like it's January. We don't do cards. We don't decorate. We don't wear Christmas kind of flannels. We don't have little trees in the corner of our Facebook Lives. But that means we also don't get any of the good stuff, right? We don't get any of the warm fuzzies about Christmas because it's not all bad. But how do we get the good and not the bad? Because all I want is the good. The bad stuff, you can give that to the psycho in the parking lot at Costco. I just want the good. Can I just get the good stuff and give the bad stuff to the grumpy people? So what if you decided to do nothing? No Christmas cards, no decorating, business as usual. People might think it was strange since you used to do things and all the good stuff be gone. So that's not really an option. How about you do a couple things to make it what you want it to be? So number one, you take care of yourself physically and emotionally, meaning you're eating right, getting enough sleep, exercising, which is always something people ditch when they think they don't have enough time. These things will help you see things for what they really are, okay? Eat real food. Spinach dip is not a vegetable. Sorry. Delegate, outsource, take shortcuts if you can. For instance, let the Christmas card company address your cards. Does it really matter if it's hand addressed? Not really. Do store-bought if you can. Does it really matter? Probably not. Then don't do it. If you really like it, then do it. But some things, just say no thank you to the alcohol that you really don't want to drink because you're going to feel horrible tomorrow when you get up to take your spin class. Or just say no thank you to the ornament exchange at your church that you don't really like to do, but you do it because you think you're supposed to. Or just say no thank you to the guilt that you're not doing everything, or that you used to do a whole bunch of other stuff and this year you just aren't going to do it. Just say no thanks to that. Now, a lot of you know that I used to teach group exercise forever, and I don't as much anymore because I'm busy with my book and such. But one of my favorite quotes of all time that I think is applicable in so many situations is by my main man, Ice Cube, who interestingly enough is now in family movies. And it is, check yourself before you wreck yourself. Meaning, if you find yourself thinking, I should, I must, I have to, if I, like all this sort of chatter, the chatter of the old Christmas stress happening, put on the brakes. What's gotten wrong? Because that's how the learned behavior of the Christmas crazies have happened, right? That's how everyone has been forever in our lives. That's how it used to be. But if you're choosing to do it a different way, it's almost like how when we choose to not go to food anymore, when we have a feeling we don't like, and that's great and all until we have a crisis. And then that old familiar pattern is like, hey, this is an option and this is more familiar and you've done it many more times. Let's go over here. That could start making its way in. So be aware that if you're not very on top of what's going on in your head, you could very well fall into those old patterns of should, must, have to, crisis, honking your horn at people in the parking lot, wrestling over the last ham, that kind of ugly stuff. And also, do the things that you really liked when you were younger that you look forward to. And that can be different for everyone. Some people really like the midnight mass at their church. Others, it's making cookies with their nieces and nephews. Whatever you really enjoy, keep that around, but know everything else may or may not be necessary, and that's totally fine. But there's so much you could do this time of year, including making yourself bonkers, that you don't have to do, that we assume is part of the gig. All right. Hope this helps. And if you have any questions, and talk to you later. Bye.